Welcome to Beyond Our Focus. I'm Stefan, this is Amanda, and this is What's in the Box for February 1st.
1 month down.
1 month. Like I said, it's going to fly by just like that. We're going to be at the end of the year being like, it's December, Christmas time. It's December 25th. Oh,
well,
crap.
if you watched our last video.
It's already December.
If you watched our last video, I already said it was the last video of the year. So I gave up on the podcast real fast.
So yeah, this is where we talk about really whatever we want to.
Dun, dun, dun. Today we are enjoying nice, healthy-ish.
Healthy-ish. Broccoli carrots. Healthy. This is light ranch. This is the ranch my wife did not like. So we're eating it. She's picky about her ranch. Very picky. So healthy-ish. Better than cookies.
Probably better than eating entire jars of pickles.
Not a whole. It was a lot of pickles. So it's not
Half a jar of pickles.
a lot of salt. Yes, we're going to talk about whatever we want. Generally, our longest podcast. Generally, we've had some shorter ones, and we've had some long breaking prisms. So not always the longest one, but that will be soon changing. Because we're going to be changing our format a little bit. We're going to be introducing a couple other shows that are going to come out on Wednesday and replace this one for Friday. The comic's going to get moved over to the weekend, probably Sunday. And What's in the Box will remain, but it's going to turn into once a month. I think we decided on, the first Saturday of the month?
Yes.
We'll be having What's in the Box. It's going to be pretty much the same show, but probably longer.
Yes.
It's probably us sitting down for probably anywhere between 2 and 3 hours and just talking and chit-chatting and going over things. It may be a little more focused. Maybe we'll actually have some more topics that actually hit. The goal will be hopefully to draw from the box a little bit more, like we're supposed to do.
Well, when it comes down to it, being that it's only going to be once a month, and we have an entire month to fill you in on news that's going on, things that have been happening, instead of every week going, so what did you do this week? Oh, I was at work. I live at work. There's a tent outside.
We feel it'll be a better podcast. We'll have more to actually talk about other than the exact same things every single time.
Yes. Because, occasionally we don't always get a chance to go see movies or to catch up on a lot of things before the next filming. So if our first intro is, hey, what'd you watch? It's like,
So this time it'll be, what did you watch over the course of the last month? And we can go over a few movies and what's happening, and then move into other maybe deeper, more serious topics. So whatever we want to talk about.
Also, just to maybe throw it out there, hint, hint, wink, wink. But if you guys kind of just shout out to us more, get some comments and stuff in there, subscribe, get your friends to subscribe. Who knows? Maybe What's in the Box could become our live cast. And you guys can actually talk to us and we can talk back to you and it'd be fun. But
That would be fun.
Years down the road.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like it's going to be soonish.
As I said, hint, hint, wink, wink.
It'd be awesome to be able to sit down for a few hours and chit-chat with the audience and have them a part of the cast. That would be really cool.
Yes.
But that requires,
An audience?
streaming. Requires an audience, for one. And then streaming to something, which
Yes.
I have zero experience in. So
Yeah, we'll get there. It's the process. It's 2019. New year, new cast.
I'll change up a few things. Hopefully for the better. Hopefully it'll work out nicely.
So, why don't we just jump right into it?
Exactly. As always,
What did you watch?
what have we watched over the past week?
You were gone 6 days. Well, this would have been a week
more like
past,
5 days.
but
More like 5
yes.
days. Gone Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We're filming on a Tuesday, so.
Yes. And I had 2 days off work. Well, technically 4 because I have the weekend. So.
Yeah.
I did nothing on my vacation. Like, I got craft stuff done. I started my new bullet journal. That was pretty much my weekend.
Well, my weekend, of course, was PAX. But as far as movies, Fine. Yeah, I know. Finally. This morning, the Tuesday after Glass came out, I got around finally to watching Split. So difficult. It's so difficult.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
But it was really good. I really enjoyed Split.
Yay!
Loved the ending. It would have been a cool ending to see in theaters.
Yes.
And not knowing it was there.
Yeah.
Just for Bruce Willis to pop out there.
Yes.
It would have been really cool to see that way versus finding it on the internet and watching this much later.
Yeah.
But still, really well done. We still haven't seen Glass yet.
No.
So now we actually have to go watch Glass.
Yeah, we still haven't seen Glass yet, but the fact that you finally have seen Split makes me happy. Don't have to yell at you every podcast now.
It's finally happened. Because I assumed, spoilers for Split, but if you haven't seen it, then you are even worse than me. I assumed that the 3 cheerleaders from the commercials of Glass were the same people from the first one. And they are not. Because they can't be.
I was about to say.
Only the girl can be.
Okay, yeah.
Because the other 2 died.
Yeah. No,
And if they died, they can't be in the next one.
Didn't quite make it through that one.
No.
What did you think of his performance?
He was a great actor, period.
Yeah, I just meant in this movie.
He did great. The only slightly disappointing part is they talk so much about his 24 personalities.
We only get to see, yeah.
You only primarily get to see like 4 or 5-ish.
I do.
They hint at like 1 or 2 other ones, and then you don't see any of the others.
I do, however, like when she stumbles upon his videos.
Yeah, it shows he has that many, but we still don't see them. Again, we only get like 1 or 2 other ones right there, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, of course, it's because the whole entire point is that he has dominating personalities.
Yes.
There's ones that he
but
just
still,
has.
it would be like
it
it'd be good to
ones.
know about the other ones. I'd like to see. And we're going by the commercials of Glass. We're really going to get to see some of the other personalities, which is great.
But I the reason why I liked that is because at his stage, at that point in his evaluation with his therapist, at that point in time with just who he was, his personalities had pretty much set up a system. They set up a, what do you call it, a hierarchy? It
was kind of sad that him as a character as Kevin Crumb had been out of the picture for 4 years.
Yeah, he didn't know it was his, as I say, his personalities took over. Like,
it's all insane that the guy, the actual guy, just gone.
It was just great. Just each character he did so well. It didn't feel like, oh, he's a guy playing all these characters. It literally felt like these characters were a part of him, which was supposed to be that way. Like, even when he was a little, like, playing the little kid Hedwig. Mm-hmm. Just like...
He did well. It was a very good movie. It's a good M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yes.
And what I've heard about Split, it's very split in its decisions of how good this movie is.
No.
It's very split.
Yeah. A lot of... From what I've heard, because I haven't, as I said, I haven't looked into it much. I didn't go and like, oh, I got to read all the reviews and stuff like that. A lot of people don't care for the ending, not all the way to the Bruce Willis part, but just the fact of him becoming the Beast. Because to some people, it was like, oh, the movie was so believable up to that point, and then he becomes this superhuman thing, and that's what I've heard. A lot of people didn't like about it. To me, as I said, being someone who's actually researched into the human
he
mind.
He also needed to go a step further.
Well, yeah.
If you're going to tie this into Unbreakable, of course it's going to go a little further. And he didn't. The harder skin, sure. The little superhuman, sure. The climbing of the walls. Yeah. It's like, we're going just a hair far. But in one way, it didn't go far enough. It's cool which route you wanted to go. He picked a medium ground that didn't go super far, but didn't go super less. And the way the Beast is described throughout the movie is very different from the Beast that we got. His fingers are twice as long, and he's hairy, and all kinds of things. It's like, no, he's you, who's just a little bit stronger and jacked.
Yeah. I don't know. As I said, for me, being someone who has studied different types of psychology and how the mind, like how the human brain, how powerful it is, yet I don't find it that unbelievable with the crawling on the walls and stuff, obviously. But it's like, there are people, like I said, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before just talking about Split, is that there are people who have believed so hard in things that their body has started to adjust to it. There's people who believe that they are werewolves and start becoming extremely hairy. There's, of course, the obvious one, the non-crazy one, is women who believe so badly that they are pregnant or want to be pregnant so badly that their body actually starts going through the stages of pregnancy without having a baby inside them. Mm-hmm. It's just, the mind is crazy. And the human body is just... Yeah.
Cool movie. Very much looking forward to Glass.
Yes.
Want to see where I stand on it. But maybe we should have found time to go see this movie now.
Yeah. How are the reviews and stuff looking for it? I know the last time we talked it was Split. It was Split.
Well, when I said Split earlier, I was referring to Glass, not Split.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought we were talking about Split.
No, I was talking about Glass.
Oh, okay. My bad.
The reviews for Glass are very split. Mm. It's I think right now, like Metacritic, it's sitting at like a 48 or something. Mm. So, some people like it, some people don't. I don't know how it's actually going to pan out once I actually watch it, how I'm going to feel about it. Mm. Poor M. Night Shyamalan just cannot keep a consistent string of movies going to save his life. And for whatever reason, it seems he does better with low budget. Because if you look at most of his movies, most of his good stuff, what you would say is either from the beginning of his career, again, when he probably didn't have a huge budget, and then once he kind of fell off the map, and finally got this extra chance finally. Yeah. He puts out a couple films that seem lower budget. One being, what's the movie he did before this?
Which one?
Didn't he do... He did something else that was low budget before he did Split. I forget what it was. But anyway, and then which was reviewed halfway well. And then, of course, Split was reviewed really well. And then he gets a big budget again, or he starts getting popular because of Split. And then he goes to Glass, and it's like, oh, never mind. Well, it seemed to get worse reviews again.
I don't know. I don't want to go into it going, oh, this is going to be bad.
I don't know if it is or not. I mean, everybody's got different opinions. I've liked movies that the critics have said were not good. And it happens. Everyone's got different opinions, but I don't know. It just seems interesting.
Sorry, the picture that came up just made him look like Michael Jackson. But, he did, of course, The Visit, which I actually enjoyed.
I think what I was talking about.
Yeah, that was 2015. So that was the one directly before Split, which
was received pretty well.
Yeah,
people were like, oh, maybe M. Night Shyamalan can do a movie again that's actually decent.
Yeah,
and then Split came out like, oh, well, he actually started to do good things again.
Yeah,
and then Glass comes out and it performed really well over the weekend, but the reviews are more towards the negative than they are the positive, and...
See, it's weird with his movies because some of the more obscure ones that he has done, the ones where people are like, okay, I don't get it, are the ones that I've enjoyed the most. Like, I really liked The Village the first time that I saw it. I actually liked Lady in the Water. A lot of people didn't.
I like Lady in the Water. It's one of the ones I did like that a lot of people did.
I, of course, loved Signs. I'm sorry, I love
But
Signs.
Again, those are... Signs was one of his second or third movie he did.
Yeah. 2002. He did Unbreakable in 2000. He had The Sixth Sense in 1999. But...
Yeah, so it went Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, Signs, and then most people say that was where it ended.
Yeah, because the next one would be The Village. And as I said, I actually like The Village, but... and then Lady in the Water.
I've never seen The Village.
Oh.
It's one I didn't get around to seeing. I've heard things about it. I think I think I know the twist.
Yeah. See, that's the thing, is that if you know the twist to the movie, it's already kind of...
But I also think that's probably his detriment, is that he required a twist to be in every movie, and therefore he had the right to the purpose of that exact thing, which I think was not good. He made himself too big, made him where he had to do this thing every time.
Yeah.
He wasn't allowed to, or he didn't explore the scale a little bit more.
I did, obviously, The Last Airbender was a disaster.
Yeah.
After Earth was a disaster.
It was horrible.
I didn't like Devil. I think I only saw it once.
I didn't.
And another one that is up in the air. It's very split between people. I enjoyed it. Was The Happening.
Don't say no.
Yes.
That's not split between people. People horribly make fun of this movie.
Yes, but I don't know.
This isn't split. This is you liking it and nobody else liking it.
I am not the only person in the world that liked The Happening.
I've only heard people make fun of it. I've never heard anyone say good things about it.
Did you even see it?
No!
Okay then. I don't want to hear it.
I never heard a good thing about it. Ever.
That doesn't mean anything.
It does mean something.
No, it doesn't.
If no one likes it, you're the only person I've heard talk positive about it.
Okay. Anyways. But yeah. So as I said, it's more his...
Mark Wahlberg running around talking to himself about the wind.
I found that hilarious. See,
it wasn't supposed to be funny!
But that doesn't matter! Okay. Literally, one of the best things is, like, he's sitting there, he walks into a building, and there's a plant in there, and he's like, hey, I just want to let you know, it's like, we're not here to hurt you. And he's like, I'm talking to a plant. And then he touches the leaves, and he's like, I'm talking to a fake plant. And it was the best thing ever.
I should watch...
As I said, it's not one of those, oh my goodness, this movie is amazing, you have to see it. This isn't Split, by all means. I'm not pressuring you to go see it. But as a movie that you throw in and you just watch, it was fun. It was a movie about people killing themselves, so that's not the fun part, but it was fun.
Every M. Night Shyamalan movie in review.
Oh, God. But no, the Last Air, I don't know what the hell he was thinking. Between that and After Earth was boring as hell.
After Earth, they didn't advertise he made and didn't show it before the movie. I didn't know he made that movie till the end of it. And we got there and it said M. Night Shyamalan. Of course it was. No wonder it was bad. Oh my God. It was horrible. It was such a bad movie.
It was.
The only reason I went and saw it, because of Will Smith.
I know. It's like the trailer actually made it halfway decent, and then you watch the movie and it's slow as fuck. It's
I don't care about slow. It was just a bad movie.
It was
just
slow,
a bad movie.
I didn't. It was horrible.
And unfortunately made Will Smith the least charismatic person known to man. His name was Cypher Rage. That was his name.
See, I don't remember that much, so you got more than me.
I know that because we make fun of it. Me and Robert make fun of it all the time. Because me, Robert, and Sandy. And me and Robert made fun of the movie the whole time. And Sandy came out actually liking the movie. And I'm like, it was hilarious.
I don't even know if I finished it.
It's bad.
I really don't think I finished it.
It's really bad. Everything on this planet has evolved to kill humans. The most deadly thing on the planet, they brought to the planet. And the only thing on the planet that actually was remotely deadly was a caterpillar.
Yeah.
To which Jaden Smith got to talk about how his suit was turning colors and he thinks it's bad. And then the earth freezes over somehow every single night, yet all the vegetation's still alive. And the bird sacrifices itself for a human it knows nothing about.
See, I don't remember any of this. I don't know if I watched all of it.
And for the earth freezing over every single night, the bird froze to death at night. But somehow has lived... I don't even know. The movie was bad. It was a bad movie. Between this and good old Will Smith every 5 minutes saying, "Cadet, take a knee! Take a knee!" I don't know. It was a bad movie. I do not like this movie. Let's move past this movie.
I vaguely remember it.
I'm moving past this movie.
I've been playing The Last of Us.
There we go. Let's move past this. Have you beat it?
No. I'm getting there.
You've had it for like 45 years.
I'm not here for it. It hasn't been around for 45 years.
Good Lord.
Over exaggerate much?
No.
Oh,
this broccoli before we get anywhere. Broccoli's tasty as something. Broccoli.
But no. It's weird. It's like because Chad and I are at 2 different points. Obviously, I am way behind. I said I haven't played it as much. I finally got myself to play it since I had 4 days off.
You really should just sit down for a few days and just play through it. I mean, it's only like a 20-hour game if you just sit down and play through it.
Yeah, it's difficult for me to just sit down and play through anything.
I'm just saying, you should. You should. It's a great game.
Yes. I myself am. If you guys spoilers, go away. But
yeah, spoilers for the game that came out in 2012.
Yeah, and
or
I still
13?
know people who haven't played it and want to. So.
If you had, it's been 5 or 6 years. Yeah, spoilers for the old game that everyone should have played.
Actually, I think I talked to my friend in Massachusetts the other day, and he said he had played it for the first time, but he finished it in one night. So
I don't think it's that short, but
1 day to one night, I don't know. He spent a lot of time playing. Pretty much, I asked him if he had ever played it before. He said no, and then either by that night or maybe the next morning, he said, I finished it. Because I asked him, what stage are you at now, or what level are you at? And he's like, I'm done. And then he replayed it.
It's a great game.
Yeah. But I myself am far behind. I think I just got out of the... I'm in the financial district.
If you're more specific than that, I'm in the financial district.
It is the one where you... it goes...
Are you with Tess?
No.
Well, I don't remember the financial district is, so I don't know who or what you're with.
Hotel lobby, then the financial district, and the financial district either starts or ends with you pulling the generator, and you're on pretty much in a building that's filled with water, and you
I remember that.
Pull the generator and run.
I started replaying a little while back. That's why I was around that area. Which
is funny because I had seen Chad play this, so I knew it was going to happen. And for some reason, I think I had too much caffeine. I was feeling chicken. I don't know what was wrong. But, I kept hearing the screaming and stuff from the creatures. And so I was I kept freezing up. I'm like, you know what? I put it on mute. I pulled the generator. And then I bolted. Because you don't technically have to fight anything in that scene. You just have to run to go. Yeah. So I bolted.
That's actually the best way. Just peace out.
I bolted, did not see the bloater at all, because I ran. So I ran, and then a zombie came out of the hallway that I needed to be in. I punched it twice in the face and kept running.
These are all good things.
And then went through the door. So I was happy. I was good. And then I went up, and I think you meet with some more hunters and stuff like that you have to kill. But hunters I have no problem killing. I love stealth killing. I actually like hunting the hunters, but for some reason the creatures just weird me out. I don't know if it's because they scream when they run at you or what is it, but
they're supposed to be freaky. That's kind of the point.
Chad, however, he is where Joel. You're playing as Ellie now.
Oh,
yeah,
much further along.
Yes,
much further, much further.
Because he.
When I say much further, I think
Oh yeah,
he's real close to the end of the game.
Yeah, I'm at 40%, I think, and he's at 70-something%. But yeah, he fell, and then you play. Right now, he's actually at the part where you are on the upper deck of some kind of old warehouse or barn or something with a strange dude that you don't even know, and you're fighting all the creatures as they come through.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps dying.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen Chad play all the way up to this?
Yeah.
Just tell Chad to finish playing the game, so you can usually see it.
Yeah.
And we'll just experience.
It's probably that's what it's gonna be, but the thing is, the problem with it though, with him playing games, is that it's almost as if he takes it personally. So if he keeps getting killed by something or whatever, he gets so frustrated that he just swears and gives up. Like, I'll sit there and watch him play, and I'm like, you know what, dude, let me try. Like, let me see if I can do it. And he's like, nope, this is my save game. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
Just beat it. So you can also play the Left Behind demo. Because it's not demo, but DLC that came out for the game.
Oh, okay.
Because it's so good. The only thing would have made it better if they would have taken out the combat altogether.
Okay, well, let me throw this at you. How the hell am I going to do that with no internet?
We will find a way. I promise you. You'll bring the PlayStation over here. I've got internet. You'll hook it up and download it. The Left Behind DLC is really great.
I'm pretty sure if you hook that the PS3 up to internet, it wouldn't know what to do. It'd be like, oh my god!
I don't care. We'll update your system. We'll get you online.
It has now been plugged into the internet, I think, for 3 years or more.
I don't care.
You probably plug it in and we'll be like, I need to do 5 hours of updates.
Don't care. The game is great, and the Left Behind DLC is really, really, really good.
The Last of Us. The Last of Us.
Left Behind.
The Last of Us. Is it called the Left
Yes.
Behind? Okay.
That's why I've said Left Behind so many times.
I didn't know that. You didn't explain that. So I literally thought
Last
you didn't.
of Us. It's its own thing. It's called the Left Behind. Is what it's called. The DLC is called Left Behind.
Interesting.
Yeah, you should play that.
I have a ways to go.
I know.
And there's certain parts that are coming up where I'm like, I don't know.
Step up.
I don't know if I can do this.
Step up.
Like, as I said, dealing with the humans, I am fine. Like, honestly, my tactics are, of course, stealth killing, and, is it melee or melee? I can't remember. Melee. Is it melee?
Melee?
Yeah. I'm sorry, it's been a while since I've heard it out loud. I can spell it.
Melee.
Melee.
Melee. Who says that? You Northerners.
No.
Darn Yankees.
But, no. So pretty much it is, if I can grab them and kill them, I will do that first. If I don't, I will beat the shit out of them with whatever I have. I rarely shoot anything.
Well, you also have a limited amount of ammunition, too. You're better off stealthing as much as you can.
It pisses Chad off so bad. He can't watch me play. Because I will literally go into listen mode and observe the pattern. And as soon as I find the pattern, I work with it. He's not patient enough. He's like, do you want me to do it? No. Just let me do this.
Yeah, stealth is great. And stealth helps a lot. I mean, always start stealth.
Yeah.
And then when things go wrong, that's when we're no longer in stealth.
As soon as we're gonna get you. You're like, damn it.
And
then you have 50 billion people at you.
The whole town finds out where you are instantly.
What game was that? I feel so bad because I can't remember what game. Where are the chickens? They have the chickens.
There are games for chickens, sir.
Obviously not, I'm not thinking of any of the Legend of Zelda games.
That's one of the games that came to mind, because there are chickens, and they will kill you.
There is a more serious game where you can, like, kick chickens and stuff like that. And, if you're abusive to chickens, it's the same game where if you're abusive to humans, the entire town will come at you. I can't remember what game it is. I don't know.
I can't help you at the moment. I do not know.
It's an old game that I played. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was what I did with my vacation. Was I played The Last of Us a little bit at a time.
Oh, you should play that more. But speaking of The Last of Us, there's also another game that I've played while I was at PAX.
You haven't even talked about PAX at all yet.
I know, but this is the game I played at PAX, so this is what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Called Days Gone, which you play a biker guy, which I didn't get to play. I played as the biker guy, but you also get a motorcycle that you get to upgrade and do things and ride around the country with and do things. So we've seen him do it in demos. But playing it feels like The Last of Us 1.5 in certain how some of the upgrade things were working and some of the things you collected and the world and just like again, it's a post-apocalyptic world. They're called freakers in this instead of the infected, but it's not the cordyceps. It's different, and it can affect more than humans. As I showed you my picture of the bear.
Yeah.
It can affect animals as well.
I'm gonna keep calling it Shardik.
Why? That does not hurt my feelings. But the demo is you're with your buddy. You get off to go to this little like semi, not even a town, but it's got a few little houses and a little gas station, and you got to go to a gas station, a garage, and maybe like a couple of houses.
Yeah.
And you're going down to find a bike part to fix ice. It looks like your bike or upgrade your bike to a degree. So you sneak down. You're able to sneak up behind zombies and kill them, freakers, and kill them. And I didn't know how long I could play. I didn't know if it was a timed demo or not.
Okay.
So I didn't take my time as much. I just kind of beeline to my checkpoint, killed some freakers when I could, and then came up to some little child freakers, which they like crawl across the ground.
Oh God.
And they look like they're like between like 5 and 8. They're little things. Like I told you earlier, the first one you come across is eating or something, and you drag it back with one foot and you stomp and crush its head. And the rest of them I killed with a knife because I wanted to be stealthy. I didn't want to shoot and draw anything towards me. But they're little creepy little just. But the major difference between this and The Last of Us, like, okay, I'm sure there's a few in around. This one will have hundreds attacking you.
See, I can't do that.
There'll be like hordes of them. Because the other demo, they had 2 demos. I only played one. I wanted to go back and play the other, but the lines are long, and our tactic for PAX is to get there early, so we're first in line.
Yeah.
So we can be one of the first people in like some of the bigger lines. So there's only 3 days, and I use that for 3 big games instead of going back again to Days Gone.
Okay.
Because I stood in line. It was Days Gone was the first day. The second day I went to Resident Evil, which was a lot of fun. Resident Evil 2. What a cool remake they've done with that game. And then went to Devil May Cry 5. But the other demo Mike played, and it basically sends like, I don't know, 200, 300, 400 zombies after you, and your goal is to kill them. Just kill them.
Nice.
They give you a bunch of cool little weapons. They have like mines and different things. They're exploding barrels. But the goal of the demo is to kill all of them. And there's a huge horde coming after you.
See, I can't pretty much in any game, I can't do hordes of anything. Like, it doesn't matter if it's hordes of people, hordes of creatures, hordes of anything. And it's mostly because of, like, the feeling of this is never going to end, obviously. But it's worse in zombies. It reminds me of Left 4 Dead. Like, how just they'd be on you in packs. And you'd be just going everywhere, and there'd be nothing but creatures all over the place. And it's like, how are you ever going to survive this game?
Well, I mean, they're all grouped together, and
Plus, you had a flashlight, and that was it.
You were technically faster than them.
No.
But they run, they go after, and the idea is that in the actual game, there are still hordes. But you know where they are, you can be quiet, and you can use them, kind of like they do in The Walking Dead. You can use them to draw them to camps that you're trying to beat. And draw them to them and let them fight the horde. And then you can come in after or during and take what you need and leave and let them battle.
That's actually kind of cool.
So they can be used as a tactic instead of you don't actually have to fight them.
So all these games are PS4, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Days Gone is made by Sony, or one of their studios.
Yeah.
So it is strictly PS4. Devil May Cry is going to be for both, and so is Resident Evil. So, and then I played a bunch of indie stuff. Let's look at some of these. I don't remember this. Oh, I do remember this. Okay. A little game called Eagle Island, which was kind of fun. It's a little 2D side-scrolling platformer where your main ally and weapon is an owl.
That's cool.
So you have the owl with you, and you can throw him at enemies, and he'll fly back. Or
David!
And if you do a double jump, you'll jump in the air, and the owl will get underneath you. You'll jump, and he'll use him as a second jump.
Oh, that's cool.
Or you'll jump, and you'll throw him down. But and you can switch. There's like different elements you can use him with to make more powerful. And so your owl is your thing.
That's interesting.
Or maybe it's an eagle. It is called Eagle Island. But he looked like an owl. And if I had a better picture than just this one I took, I could see it better. But I only took another picture. Play a game called Res Please, which is a co-op game that you can play by yourself. You can just switch back and forth between the characters. But it's it's more meant to be played with two people. And you play as two young magicians who only spell you know is resurrection. And then things go to crap, and then you have to use the resurrection spell to keep reviving your partner because death is a way to get through the obstacles. So there'll be a big giant thing of spikes. The goal is for one player to jump in the spikes and die and use their body to jump to the other side and then resurrect them. Or the demo also, he would jump into the lava and he'd be burning to death and you have to use his head and jump across.
Wow.
So it's fun. It's like it's of course 2D side-scrolling platformer that's kind of a puzzle mechanic to it. Mm-hmm. So that was fun. I really enjoyed that. Let's go through. I took pictures of stuff I really liked. Let's see what else I want to actually.
Quick question while you're browsing.
Yep.
Either prior to, I don't know if you had recorded it, but on one of our last Let's Palavers, you had said you may be replacing your sticker. Did you end up replacing your sticker?
I didn't find a sticker.
No?
Didn't find. No one was giving out stickers.
You just keep going just last?
I'm probably going to have to put that back on there. I was hoping to find something new.
Yeah.
I might order something. I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm going to do. But me and Mike also played another, I don't know if it's single player. I didn't ask, but it is definitely co-op. You play two police officers. Mm-hmm. It's a top-down view. And
interesting.
You get to play as police officers going in and trying to take out the enemy or rescue people and stuff. They let you choose a few things. You can use breach to break down the door. And the goal is to go in and try to arrest everyone. Because you can yell at them and they can go down on their knees. You can arrest them. But if they're hostile, you can kill them. But if you kill them before they're hostile towards you, you get negative points. It's trying to be very, seriously, like cops would. Like, you shouldn't shoot the guy unless he's shooting at you.
It's a training manual.
So, it was pretty fun. Me and Mike played it a couple times. It was really fun. I enjoyed that. Another one that was just really, really, really fun, and I can't wait till it comes out. It is called Ape Out.
Okay.
It's got really, really cool music. I'm actually just look up at a picture. I took a picture, but it's terrible on the big screen. They had a bunch of smaller TVs, other games, and they had a big TV that had it on there. But the point of the game is you play an ape, go figure, who breaks out of, they're doing experiments and things. Breaks out. It's a top-down view, and your goal is to escape. Every time you die, they'll show you the path you took, but it's like a long, long area, and you have to make your way across and through, and there's armed guards and everything. And there's only 2 buttons to the game. There's grab and push. You can grab cops, and as soon as you turn them around, they'll fire a shot, so you can use them to shoot other cops or other armed people, or you can just push. And when you push, they go into, they kind of explode.
That's nice.
So it's. I want to show you some gameplay, because what's also amazing about the game is the music. Mm-hmm. The music is so cool. It reminds me of Cowboy Bebop so much. So it's a really, really cool Ape Out, and you've got to keep the music very low. So maybe y'all don't hear it, so they don't copyright us for anything. We're down the game just a little bit. Y'all look the other way. Y'all look the other way while I'm playing this little trailer.
Oh, jeez.
You can kind of hear it already.
Yeah. Yes.
As you can see how violent it looks.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
And you can hear every time he pushes someone, it hits the little thing. And
yeah. Jesus.
Some of them have explosives on them. Rip the door open. And you see how violent it is.
Yeah.
This like top-down view, and every level, the colors change, and you go into like night, and it's different colors, and the blood's different colors, and the music has that just like drums and hitting the what is it called? Is it a cymbal?
Yeah.
And this is it?
Is it?
I think it's called a cymbal, is it?
Should be.
But you can hear there every time one thing's die, and it's satisfying to go around killing everybody. You want to talk about taking your frustrations out?
You may want to fix what you did.
Well, it's still. I'll turn it back up.
Yeah. We're still pretty loud. If you.
We're loud no matter what, so I'm sure you heard me. Turn that game back up. And then we're talking about 2 other games. Yep, 2 other games. We're going to talk about one is Piku Niku.
Okay.
And you play those 2, the red and orange character.
Okay.
They look really funny when they walk. It's co-opable, and it's just going through solving little puzzles and stuff. It's just it was a lot of fun with an interesting little name. And the other one, which I told you earlier, was Dicey Dungeons. It is a dice RPG essentially. So you walk. There's a little path map and just different enemies you can fight and a little chest and stuff, and you'll go through. Anytime you come to the battle, what you're able to do pops up in a couple squares, dice roll at the bottom, and you use those dice in the warrior class.
Okay.
One of the first things you have is swapping out dice. Okay. If you don't like the roll you get, you can swap out a dice to see if it rolls better. And then you put that into attack with fire, or provide shield. But you can only have a maximum of a dice roll of 2 if you use it for the shield. Or you have to have more than 5, or and different stipulations, and that's the portion is the reroll, and it's managing that, and then the enemy has the same type of things they can use against you. And it's a matter of just going through. Supposedly, the game itself only takes about 45 minutes to get through, but there's like 6 or 7 different characters, and supposedly there's 1 or 2 secret characters you can get as well. So, it's coming to Steam first. It's right now on itch.io that you can get. It's still kind of in beta, but it'll be coming to mobiles next, because it would work great as a touchscreen game. Because there's no like actions or stuff.
Yeah.
It's very RPG-ish. It's very click this, put it here, put this here, do that.
Yeah. Basic, what most people are doing is mobile games and stuff.
Yeah, it would work really well as a mobile game.
So, being at all these games that you've mentioned, what are the ranges as far as when they're being released?
Could not possibly tell you.
No.
That's not notes I took. That's not things I took. So I could not tell you.
You have failed me.
Yeah. Most of these are
and not
coming.
that you failed me, I don't have a PS4.
Most of this stuff is all of it will be on PC. It will all come to Steam at some point. Some of it will be coming to PS4 and stuff, which kind of sucks. I don't even come PS4, but it's harder. The only game I didn't mention, which I should mention, is I want a T-shirt, because Mike showed this to me like the last day we were there. I didn't realize it was there. We overlooked it, and it's more of a. It's not top down, but think of a really far over the shoulder camera. And it's just combat heavy. It's a really combat game, fighting enemies, going forward, moving forward. Kind of reminds me of God of War. Like a lower budget God of War as far as fighting style goes. Like old style God of War, not the new one. But it was fun. It was really enjoyable. And they said whoever beat the boss, they were giving out a T-shirt for whoever could beat the boss. And they only handed out like 3 of the shirts so far. So I played once, and then I got to the boss. I got him down to like I don't know, like a 1/6 of his health, an 1/8 of his health. I'm like, I should come back later and try this again. I'm pretty sure. And they came back and annihilated. I had like full health when he died. So it was fun. Got a shirt, which they informed me they did not have anything bigger than a medium.
Oh.
So apparently they didn't bring a lot of shirts. And then once I got that medium, it turns out it was a women's medium.
So Sandy got a shirt?
So Sandy got a shirt. Exactly. Sandy got a shirt. I like the shirt too. I would totally wear it.
Aww.
Their logo is a blowfish. They're called Blowfish Studios.
Yeah.
So it's a blowfish on the front, and it just says Blowfish Studios in the back. I like the shirt.
Aww.
But unfortunately.
Nice, Abby.
No, I can't do anything
Well,
about
you
it.
got your Raccoon Police Department.
Yes. RPD. since Capcom was giving out shirts to anyone who played a Resident Evil 2 remake. So
they brought enough shirts.
They brought enough shirts, yeah. When you were in there, they had a whole wall of filing cabinets. You just told them your size, and they gave it to you.
That's how you do it.
So you see blood and the RPD logo, and then, let's see. And, if you can see, a nice zombie head on the inside. So he'll get you. He'll get you.
It's like one of those old shirts where it was like, have you seen my zombie? And just like, you just throw your shirt over your head. I don't know who came up with the idea. It's like the people who walk around, like, they'll throw their shirt up and they'll be like, yeah.
Probably. But who really wants to throw their shirt up?
No, nobody.
I mean, generally, unless you wear like an undershirt, not most people want to show their stomach, or according to how high the shirt goes, maybe other things, especially for women.
And most people don't really want to see, so.
Yeah. So it's an interesting idea.
It's like they had those shirts that came out, because they have other ones. It's not just zombies. They do have other ones. I can't think of any of them offhand.
Yeah,
but it's just, it just could be, do you know, or have you seen my blah? And then there's a blah. But, and then after that, I think they came out with the ones where it was the full zip hoodie. Like, it was a hood that zipped up all the way, and it was like a face mask, pretty much.
So, yeah. Good time PAX. Saw lots of good games. Lots of fun stuff.
You can't even tell me when anything's coming out.
No. You gotta take these notes. That's too much. Too much information. One day we'll get you to PAX.
Yeah, I'll get there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we can... we should need a successful podcast. Woo! A successful podcast, y'all. I mean, y'all have to help us out there.
No.
Then we can go on adventures and maybe record some things and do some things and have more content.
We're not looking for a podcast anymore, guys. We're looking for cast pods.
Why not?
It's where we grow our own cast members.
Why not? And we'll start a second channel. We'll be about gaming. That market's pretty saturated, but if this is successful and people want to see something new, we can do something new.
I mean, that's the thing, is that I do really love them, but at this point in time in my life, I have to down it to like, being that I've been so disconnected from the gaming world, but I do really enjoy video games. It's just that I have not put enough time into them. I tend to lean towards more things like crafting or reading than gaming. But when I do find a really good game, it makes me happy. Like, as I said, playing The Last of Us or watching the gameplay of The Last of Us is super exciting. I love it. It's just, when it comes down to it, I always end up going, well, I could be doing this, and I end up doing that instead.
Not me. Gaming's always number one, period. As far as hobbies go, it's harder now for me to get to it because I'm either filming a podcast or I'm editing a podcast or I'm drawing a comic or I'm working or practicing the cello, which I need to do because I have a lesson coming up. So it's always something.
Yeah.
But it's like if I can get some free time, it's games. I gotta play games. Which is why when it comes to movies, generally the only movies I end up watching is in theaters. Like, oh, it's a big thing on the weekend, go with the wife and watch a movie. Other than that, I don't watch a lot of TV. I'll watch a little bit with her, but I don't sit and watch a lot, so I don't get around to a lot.
Well, I think another reason why I haven't been or as big into, I would say, gaming as I used to be, because back in the day, that was what I did, is I loved video games. But now it's like, one, being disconnected from the internet, I feel like if I actually had the internet and had a system, of course that's another thing, is the system, but even if we were still back in the PS3 days and I had the internet, I think it would be more fun because you can be like, hey, let's play this game together. Like, or just even talking to people while you're playing the game. It doesn't matter if you're even, playing the same game.
Jump on and play Fortnite with us.
But it's like, it's just the fact that, one, I am a system behind and they're already coming out with the next one.
We think.
Possibly coming out with the next one. And not only that, but as I said, I haven't had internet for like 3 years, I think. So
that's a priority that needs to be fixed.
It's.
It would help you out so much.
I can't remember. I want to say I just told that to my friend from Massachusetts that I haven't had internet for 3 years, and he said that I was living like a caveman.
Pretty much. Internet. When we moved into this house, the first thing I said, we have to get internet. We have to get internet. It has to happen. It doesn't matter. We have to have internet. Because we went
obviously. I mean,
we went a while without internet.
Okay.
Because when I lived around my parents, we just borrowed their internet, and then when we moved out, we borrowed other people who was around us internet.
Now everyone locks everything.
Yeah, and so when we moved here, it was the first time we actually legitimately got our own internet.
Yeah.
But it was a requirement. It had to happen.
It was one of those things that going into it, like first moving out and everything, it's like gonna have internet within the next as soon as we know how our cycle of bills are going, gonna get internet. And just each time it's like, nope, that bill's not gonna happen. Nope, can't do that. And then it just got worse and better and then worse and better and then worse and better, and now we're here. And so it's like it's one of those hopefully gonna happen this year, but I'm getting a new phone. That's my first priority, is new phone. As much as I want a new console, internet, or anything else, I have to upgrade my phone. I can't even do half the time basic things anymore without my phone yelling at me. Like, I can't... The best way to turn my phone on is not the power on button, it's tapping the screen. Because the power on button, you literally have to smash it down in order for the screen to turn on or off. Yeah. It's also stuck on a lock screen. Like, I cannot turn my lock off. It's forever locked. Like, obviously, I remember the number and stuff for it, otherwise it would be useless to me. But as far as going into the settings and making it to where I have no lock on my phone anymore, doesn't exist. So... yeah, it's doing great. It's hanging in there.
Yeah. And this is where y'all can help.
Oh, yeah. If we had more viewers,
If we did. For just $1 a month, you can help this poor woman have a cell phone.
When it turns into an ASPCA commercial. Sarah McLachlan's.
What you gotta do?
I don't think I'm that, I'm not a freezing
Help
puppy.
a young girl in need.
I'm not a freezing puppy out in the snow shaking on a chain.
I mean, we can make that ad, though. We can do it.
Let's not. That's not. That commercial makes me so depressed every time I see it.
Just have you just slamming your phone. It won't work.
Really? Just cue the sad music, and I'm like, I can't hear you. Can you hear me? No, I can't text you back.
For just 37 cents a day, you can change this girl's life.
No, the Facebook page doesn't open anymore.
Exactly.
Try calling me. I can't find you. And then it ends with me just a bad infomercial where it's like, and the phone just goes flying into a bucket of water, and yeah.
It has to be something along those lines.
It's like they have a cold commercial, like a cold and flu commercial, where the guy sneezes and his phone just falls out of his hand and goes into slides perfectly between the sewer drain gate. And
it's like anything you're advertising. Anything. Some of these bad infomercials are horrible.
Well, it's like
they're advertising this bag of chip holder, and it's like, do you have issues opening bags of chips or holding bag and boom, and they just explode everywhere, or trying to reach in, it's like I can't, and it crumbles, and it's like and it flips over, and it's
I love the whole do you have trouble opening jars, or do you have trouble pouring out of those pitchers, and it's just and there's Kool-Aid all over the it's
sad.
Do you have trouble opening bottles and stuff, and the person's And then, like, when they open it and a bottle goes flying across the room.
Like, how do these people actually get through life? I don't know how they actually live and do anything.
But no, like, the same people who did the cold and flu commercial where the guy sneezed, and the whole slogan is, my cold made me do it. Well, like, the first one they came out with was, it says, meeting started, like he's on his laptop, and he sneezes, and his laptop falls on the ground, and he's, like, in a business suit from the top up, and then in white shorts with big red hearts on them on the bottom. So, like, the laptop falls, and the first thing he does is go like this, and then he's like, and then picks up his laptop. And
Sure. Yeah.
And everybody, of course, at the meeting is laughing at him, but it's just like, it's like the first thing you do is jump off screen. You don't just go and then cough.
Bad infomercials. That's what they do. That's.
But as funny as bad infomercials are, they still cannot beat the malfunctioning robots, because that is the best, like, collection of videos ever. It's like malfunctioning technology. You've seen it before. We've talked about it before. It's the one where, like, the person tried to make an arm that feeds a person a Cheeto, and so it's a mannequin head, and the arm just starts beating the crap out of the head with the Cheeto. They have, like, the mustard and ketchup things that are supposed to just, like, make a neat line, and they just start spraying all over the table. The garbage truck that, like, picks the garbage up and then just starts. Yeah, just every time I see that video, I just can't. I'm dead. Like, I just.
Well, they have a collection
laughing.
of good bad infomercials too, which is hilarious.
That's what we need to do. We'll just go into making really bad infomercials.
Yeah, for products that don't exist.
Yeah. Like, do you have trouble with water bottles?
Yes, and it'd be where you try to open and it opens and squeezes and the water flies.
Well, that's the thing, is I've done that before, though. Like, when you have a bottle, like, sometimes when they overfill the bottles to where it's, like, up here and you get the really cheap plastic. So it's like you're sitting there trying to open it, and when you do, you squeeze too hard, so when you open the cap, it's, whoop, the water just pops. Apparently you haven't had bad water bottles.
I don't have a lot of issues opening water bottles. That's not one of those issues I have.
Well, just occasionally, it's like, because the water bottle's so full and you go to try, like, you're like, well, if I just open it the wrong way, it's going all over, and then you just, no.
I mean, I've had one overflow a little bit while I was trying to open it with, like, one hand.
Yeah. Like,
at PAX, because I was trying to hold my backpack and open the water bottle, and opening, and it just overflows a little bit. But never to the extent. You are a bad infomercial.
I've been a bad infomercial. I really have. That's my new tagline. I'm no longer the gunslinger. I'm a bad infomercial. I don't know what my character would look like at that point. Just like stains all over and
smoky hair, broken glasses.
So me.
It'd be a lot worse.
So, we have covered movies, we have covered PAX, we have covered video games, we have...
That's all we've covered this episode.
Bad infomercial. I don't
Movies and games. That's kind of where we've been here.
Which I enjoyed it. I like video games. I like talking about...
I love video games.
I like talking about new things coming out. And just the fact that we've gotten to bad infomercials is just hilarious. But I don't even know where that came from.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why we got the bad infomercials.
It had to do with... the ASPCA and talking about making... like, getting my new phone, and talking about me, like, trying to use my phone and it not working, and then it just went from...
Internet led to your phone, which led to infomercials.
Mm-hmm. Woohoo!
We can get there. We can get there. Well, do we want to go anywhere else? Or are we done?
I think this is actually a very well-rounded out one. Like, it's not one where we've started one place and ended in a place so different that when we try to describe what's going on in the video, it doesn't connect at all. Like movies to, we need to save the environment.
Well, I mean, that's what happens in conversations. Well,
I think this one is a very well rounded out from, it's pretty much stayed media all the way through.
Well, our last normal What's in the Box before it expands to the much longer What's in the Box, where hopefully we'll stick around to actually looking in the box.
We've been pretty much what's out of the box for a long time now.
Yeah, we
What's outside the box.
There was a purpose behind this.
And we've had a pumpkin for I don't know how many months.
It's been there. He'll stick around.
Our mascot.
He's part of the show.
Our mascot from our doom and gloom days.
Yes, doom and gloom days, yes. Yes. Anyways. So yeah, let us know what you think of the show. Let us know what's going on. Let us know if you're interested in our new format that we're going to be going with. We've got some ideas for some new shows, and we'll see how you'll like those. They're going to be shorter, a little more focused. So,
if you like us to talk about video games, if you enjoyed hearing about the new games coming out, if you enjoyed just hearing about us banter, or talk about funny things that have happened while we've played video games, or just in general, if you just talk, let's play, not let's play kind of stuff, just playthroughs, what we've done to try to get through games, just anything video game related. If you like it, let us know. I'm sure we'd like to talk about it more.
Yeah.
It's something that we haven't really hit on in any of our shows, mostly because they have nothing to do with video games. Yep. And this would probably be the only show that would even touch on it. So
it definitely is really the only show that would touch on it. This is channel not game focused or movie focused. Yeah, that we talk about that in this particular show.
It's just a nice way to introduce the show. It's a good way to open up a conversation. Hey, have you seen anything good lately? And then, which you have. This morning, it happened. Finally. Now we just gotta make time to go see glass. Yes. And then you will hear about that at some point.
But, as always, you can reach me at Stars and Travel. Reach Amanda at KZ Pup. Reach the show at Beyond Our Focus on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and podcast services. We got to figure out some things to do with Instagram. I got a text message. Oh, there we go.
If you'd like to see some pictures of PAX on Instagram, let him know.
And maybe I'll post it. They're not very interesting pictures. They's gone one, and the other one was cool. But that's it.
Post those ones. I'm still going to call it Bear Shardik, though.
It works for me. Put a little satellite dish on his head. He is Shardik.
Even the patches and stuff, just where he was, the skin was peeled at, just reminded me of Shardik.
Good old Shardik. If you watch our shows, you'll be hearing about Shardik soon enough. Like the shows, subscribe to the channel, please. Leave some comments down below. Check out the other videos, especially the comic. I like the comic. I'm biased.
You're biased? Share videos with your friends if you like it. Let us know. Yeah. If you want us to watch anything, if you know of anything interesting, let us know.
Yeah. Leave some comments.
Suggestions.
Awesome. Till next time. Long days and pleasant nights.
That was the weakest one I've ever heard you do.